Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 225 of Report This Post, the podcast about bad posts and bad people. My name is Geiger, and that is Christian.
The Paris of the West.
And we're your hosts with the posts. Every week, Christian, myself, or a listener select a different topic and then find horrible posts for your listening pleasure. And this week's topic is chosen by a listener named Jared. Is San Francisco.
Mm-hmm. That's right. The biggest little city in California, I think is what they call it.
Yep. Have you been?
You know, I was actually thinking about this earlier, and I don't know if I have or not.
Really?
I used to travel pretty extensively for work, but it was always like two-day overnight, like really quick trips. I don't know if I've ever been in San Francisco or not. I don't know if I've been in San Francisco or like Santa Monica, or like, I know I've been to California, I just don't know where. So
then I would say you haven't been, because you, at the very least, you will, if you cannot say you've been in a city if you don't know you've been there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say I don't think so. How about yourself?
Yeah, sure did. Wifey and I went 2015, I think. We did a whole flew into California and drove around, did some road tripping to a bunch of national parks and stuff like that. And then we spent a couple days in San Francisco. Did some real touristy shit there. Did the wharf.
Oh,
got some of the famous sourdough bread.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's where sourdough bread is from, San Francisco.
Okay.
You are fucking clueless about this city, aren't you? My God. And sourdough bread, which is an extra insult to me, as I famously was famous for being into sourdough bread about that time. Yeah, it was around 2015. That was about the peak of my powers, sourdough-wise. Went there, got some of that, some fresh bread. I got to drive around the city, which was a terrifying experience because it's very hilly and poorly shaped.
Well,
I'm used to Florida, which is flat.
You can see things that are coming for you.
Yeah,
you're going up and over hills, and the next thing you know, you're going at a 45-degree angle down.
Oh yeah, because there was one light I was sitting at, and the car it felt like it was facing directly up. I could not see the other directions at the light. I was like, how do I even know where, if I can't see other cars. It's a complete hill. I can't imagine like driving stick there. That seems like an absolute insane idea. But yeah, would not recommend driving downtown San Francisco. Would not recommend parking there. It was very expensive. Would not recommend living there. It seems like a real hellish place full of tech bros and some of the worst human beings that have ever existed.
Yes, I believe in our tech episode that we did a number of years ago now. We talked a lot about San Francisco and that kind of climate.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful place, though. We drove up the coast. And absolutely fantastic views, beautiful. You could see why it was such a big deal to go there. But and stayed in Oakland for a night too, I believe. And I remember just crossing the bridge to get there was, I don't know, $10 each way or something like that.
That's crazy.
Just to go from one place to the other. I guess that's normal over there, but that seems insane to me because it's just a bridge that goes from one place to the other.
Boy, and we know enough about bridges around here, don't we, folks? Hey, there's a lot of bridges in Florida, especially this area. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, that was San Francisco. Had a time there. Can't say I recommend it, but also can't say I hated it. It was just something we did. It was more interesting to go to Redwoods National Park and
pretend
Yosemite.
pretend you're an Ewok. Yeah.
Well, next to those big old trees, you feel like a squishy little bug getting stomped underneath giant, beautiful, stinky trees. Very big and great weather. But hey, enough about that. I believe a listener named Jared is the person responsible for choosing the topic of San Francisco.
That's correct.
Why did he do that?
You know what? I reached out to Jared to find out, and he did not give a reason, but he did say that he wanted to dedicate this to the house on 17th Avenue. So means nothing to me, may not mean anything to him.
Could just be nonsense he's spewing. 17th Avenue. Let's see what's on 17th Avenue in San Francisco. Let's see. It's called the gayest street in America. No. It is just it's a road, and I don't know what I expected to see. It's a road in San Francisco.
you got to just drop the pin on the Google map, and it's going to be this guy giving a thumbs up, hold up his phone with the podcast playing.
Mm-hmm. There certainly seems to be homes on this road, so he wasn't wrong. He's not completely out of his mind. Great. It's near Golden Gate Park, or at least part of it is. There's parts of it that aren't. So
that's you know what? That's kind of how streets work. They they're by some
go
stuff
one way and then they go another way.
They're not they're not near other things.
Yep. I'm trying to find anything of note. Let's see. There's a Bay Area home healthcare provider. Okay. A Safeway. Best Plumbing. I would go there if you're in San Francisco and you need plumbing. Go to Best Plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
Legally, they can't say that unless it's true. I think that's about that. Okay, great. Thanks, Jared. Now, how did Jared choose this topic?
Jared is a patron of our beautiful show over at patreon.com/reportthispost. And what Jared did was he joined at the mod level for $10 a month. After 3 months, I reached out to him and said, "You're up for an episode topic." And then he chose San Francisco. If you don't want to wait 3 months, you can join at the admin level for $25 a month. You get to pick an episode topic after 2 months. And on top of all that, you get full episodes of every single topic that we cover, as well as a bonus episode every week. And sometimes we do extra stuff if we feel like it.
You can also go to reportthispost.com. There's a button that says buy topic, which takes you to our internet web store where you can purchase shirts and mugs and hats. And I don't know if there are hats, but
you know, I don't think we have hats.
Never even considered a hat, which is weird because I'm a hat guy.
Yeah, what's with that? I see you're getting a lot of hats.
You can do that, and it's only it's a certain amount of money. I forget exactly where it stands right now. You go there, hit that button, you buy it, and then it just goes right to us. You get to pick it immediately, and then you get to the joy of waiting 7 or 8 months before you can actually listen to it. So
there's
a lot of people did that. And there's only so many damn topics we can do in a month. And we're not going to do any more than we do now. That's for damn sure. We are not doing that. So anyway, I think we understand now, right?
I think we all follow it. Yeah.
Cool. Well, why don't we go ahead and read some posts regarding the topic of San Francisco?
Wonderful. This is a very topical one to be speaking of today, especially soon to be former Speaker of the House and Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi represents the 12th District of California, which happens to include San Francisco and also happens to be where she lives. How about that?
Huh. What a coincidence.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, put the freaking pins in the map and stretch that yellow or that red twine between them, because we got a freaking conspiracy, folks.
She lives in the same place she governs. Huh.
Wow, really weird. Found this post about the good lady speaker over on Reddit, and our unpopular opinion. Nancy Pelosi has a nice rack.
Yep. Okay.
Obviously, there are younger, more perky breasts, but for someone that is over 80 years old, Nancy's knockers are holding up quite well. It is quite distracting to watch her give speeches without my eyes drifting towards them.
Uh-huh.
Roasted Ghost replied, "Bruh, she's someone's grandma." And the OP responded, "In more trashy areas, you can find grandmas that are in their 30s. Not a deal breaker." And a now deleted user added, "I'm a Brit, so I don't really give a shit about America, but I can say you are completely correct."
Yeah, okay. That's nice. Didn't have to add that he didn't give a shit about America. uh, the OP's logic that, well, sometimes grandma's gonna be in their 30s. It's like, well, she's 80. So
where are you coming?
that's not that's not relevant here. Like, I don't think that person was saying you can't be attracted to someone that's a grandmother. He's saying she's old. That's really mainly what he's getting at.
Yeah, it's not that she's a grandma. It's that she's freaking gross.
Yeah, she's disgusting. Really, it's what he's really just trying to be nice about her. Wow, there are some fun fakes of her online.
That is boy, I remember there was like a whole thread of those on like her in a bikini, her with like just wet, like oily tits with her like blouse open.
The things dudes will jerk off to, I swear to God. God bless them.
To think that there is still a thriving fake nudes community out there on the internet in the year of our Lord 2023. That's pretty impressive. So
it is remarkable that those guys, like, there was a time when it was necessary, I guess. I don't know if necessary is the word, but where it certainly made more sense. There wasn't as much nudes on the internet. Back in the 90s, they were big, It's hard to get good quality stuff and not a lot of pornography out there. So
yeah, there wasn't a lot. There wasn't a lot of
not
pornography.
In like 1996 is what I'm getting at.
You had to go out in the woods. You had to go out in the woods and just find a bunch of logs with porno mags under them, just like everybody else used to.
Pretty much. Wow. Yeah. So those days are fortunately long gone. There's plenty of degenerate women online who will gladly let you look at them. So apparently someone broke into Nancy's house over there in San Francisco last year. And this guy got into some sort of battle with Nancy's hubby, Paul. Big news. A lot of interesting theories about it. This is a post from the website rawconfessions.com, which is the place for people to post anonymously anything that they want. San Francisco is ran by Democrats. The cops and the DA are scrambling to cover up the Paul Pelosi story. We will never know the truth. Was it a break-in? A gay orgy? Paul Pelosi is a well-known homosexual and a frequent user of gay prostitutes. But the corrupt Democrats will spin this and cover it up and give us a BS tale. Here's a comment. What is there to cover up? A deranged Trump supporter broke into the Pelosi's residence so he could assault the Speaker of the House. That's it. And that got this response. Senile Nancy is too sloppy drunk to put out anymore, so he has to get fag gigolos. Except this time his gigolo was a conservative and they got into a heated political argument, which resulted in threats and violence. I'm not sure whose side that person is on. It's hard to tell.
I'm calling it Fag Gigolos is my new band name. Nobody steal that before I'm able to get it put onto a kick drum.
Yeah, that's a good one. Interesting, very interesting indeed. Yeah, that was a fun story.
The whole him getting attacked thing. Yeah.
It's one of those, like, I love to hear a good conspiracy theory about a political person being a secret gay guy. But
well, I mean, there's plenty of them out there. The thing that's really surprised, here's the thing, is if the what are we calling them now? The fag gigolo here was a conservative. Why is he bothering sucking Paul Pelosi in the first place? If he's like, hey, you're Paul Pelosi. No, he's just what in this guy's story, they're going to town on each other, and the guy's like, yeah, I don't really like anchor kids, anchor babies. And Paul Pelosi's like, hold on a second, buddy. And then they got into an argument with each other's cocks in their mouths. So
yeah. Well, it's a funny theory, and believable until you see the guy that did it. And there's absolutely no way this guy is a hired gay gigolo. He just looks exactly like you would expect a gross 4chan guy to look like. So if you're a Paul Pelosi type, I don't think, and you're worth they're worth like $400 million or whatever. You're not paying for these guys to come suck you up. It's just not going to happen.
Going on to 8chan, looking for the best boy pussy you can get over there. Yum yum.
I mean, there's certainly plenty that will do it, but I don't think that's the guy he would have chosen. I guess he could have been catfish. Maybe that's what it was. And then that's when the argument happens. Like, hey, you're not that hot little twink I wanted.
Yeah, well, you're not. Your president isn't my president, and then it just went from there. The guy just.
Can't we all just get along?
No, we can't. Hey, speaking of something similar, I found this review for Lafayette Park in San Fran over on the self-explanatory named website cruisingforsex.com.
All right.
The park has been closed for renovation for some time now. No action for a while. Another user replied, the park is back open. Looks like there's a few shelter places up top to get it on. I live nearby, and the cops do roll through in their cars now and then, so keep an eye out. Someone else posted this a few years later. I stopped by the park Sunday evening after not having been here in maybe 10 years. It was very quiet. I walked by the tennis courts. There's a walkway around the lower court. Walking back, I met a tall black guy in gray sweats and a hoodie, huge cock swinging back and forth. He pulled his sweats down and out popped a huge cock like a trout. I sucked that cock for a while. He then pulled me up and around, got that cock deep inside me. It hurt like hell for a good 45 minutes, bent over the railing behind the tennis court. We met again this past weekend. Sucked another masculine older white guy with a very thick uncut cock too up at the top bench area. Definitely some good spots for some late evening action. Super potential come warmer nights. That got a 3 out of 5 stars rating. I left with it.
Pretty good. Great website, by the way. This website has not been touched in 20 years. First of all, it's got the enter portal, which used to be on every website. It was just, for some reason, there was a thought that when you went to a website, you had to be told to like, okay, here you are at the website. You need to enter or you can exit. Didn't matter what the content was. But now it's like, yeah, cruisingforsex.com. All Arial font. They got some cool GIFs on there. And yeah, it looks to be a great place to find locales to get your dick sucked. Let me see what's nearby. For comedic purposes to find out if there's anything that way. My house.
If you're looking for a greedy little pig, here's your spot.
Toad load here. There's the West Shore Mall, the mall I frequented as a child. There's a cruisy toilet on the second floor of Macy's. Oh. No, there's a place my wife used to work as a listing on her. I need to get out of here.
I know.
I need to get the hell out of this immediately. Well, that place actually makes sense. I won't say the name of it, but it's kind of famously as gay. Don't know why I'm surprised. Oh, the Tampa airport.
Sure.
Concourse A, opposite gate 14. It's good. The Love Shack. I think that's just a gay strip club. So that makes sense. And the University of South Florida Tampa Campus Library. Best time is Monday nights 5 to 11.
Well, that's a big window. Okay.
Well, great. Check it out, folks. Cruisingforsex.com. Maybe you'll find your own huge trout-like cock black guy there.
Quite a description of a penis.
I could picture just flopping around, gasping for air. I found this post not very dissimilar from that last one. This is the one from the subreddit Are Forever Alone Dating, which is the classified sections for self-proclaimed virgin losers. Ooh. Hit me up so we can do some trolling. Thanks for reading this post. I'm a 20-year-old guy from San Francisco, currently out of the country while I decide what I want to do. I should be returning this summer. A bit about me. I love comics. I love reading them and making them. My dream is to get a comic published someday, hopefully by Image Comics or another indie publisher. Fingers crossed. I also love doing outdoor stuff like skiing. Put me on a powdery slope right now. Ugh. I'm looking for someone who wants something real, someone caring, someone who won't ghost me, someone who accepts who I am. I'm not picky with looks or anything. Just please be around my age. I do want kids in the future. Have a wonderful day. So here's some other threads this guy has started. Looking for friends in the Bay Area, which was posted in 4 different subreddits. I need a delinquent girl. Posted in 7 different subreddits. My pronouns are he, him, but I could be all yours.
Oh, brother.
That one was posted in 18 different subreddits. I just want love, which was posted in 37 different subreddits. And then finally, just seeking friendship, posted in 44 different subreddits. So
it's really bad. I mean, I know it's over cliche at this point to say touch grass, but I really feel like this is somebody that needs to be away from their computer.
I actually think this is a guy who should never leave his home. Because I feel there's danger if he does that. He should just stay as close to his computer at all times.
He's just constantly wringing his hands together, sweating, just eyes bulging out as women walk past.
There's nothing good waiting outside for him. It's just not gonna happen.
It's like a living Robert Crumb drawing. He's just drooling and hanging off a woman's leg as she's walking past.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't sound too bad.
You know what? To each their own. Great.
Yeah.
I found this article titled San Francisco is building a toilet over on a conservative news site.
Okay.
San Francisco is building one public toilet to be completed in 2025 at a cost of $1.7 million. And politicians there today held a press conference about it. The process that led to this pricey potty is a pretty good summary of everything wrong with San Francisco's regulatory environment, the function of which is to make it nearly impossible to build anything. In a way, this makes sense. San Francisco does not value toilets, as is evidenced by its public pooping problem, unique in its scale among American cities. And it does not value the construction of anything if environmentalists don't hold veto power over it, if bureaucrats don't micromanage the design of it, and if politicians don't get to hold a press conference about it, even if it's just a glorified porta-john in a public park. Well, this, of course, got shared over on stormfront.org, where Phoenix 1933 commented, libtards are very bad at doing practical things. They are morons. They just lack practical abilities in general. And a guy named Richie added, the 2023 version of Sodom and Gomorrah, HIV plus monkeypox plus syphilis plus flesh-eating MRSA, what's not to like? And Boondocks, who is a member of Stormfront that we've heard from a number of times now on this show, responded, seems pretty fitting to me. The town is known for its sexual orientation, should have a public toilet worthy of the gay pastime, hanging around public toilets. It'll be like a public park where they hang out on a Saturday night.
Yeah. Well, I guess so. Yeah, there's probably about 20 people on Stormfront that are active overall. We do see a lot of repeat
Probably.
posters.
Maybe we just have tapped into a vein of people that think like us.
Yeah, well, maybe these are all just our alt accounts. Also.
Boy, it's so hard to get posts for the show.
Oh boy, there have been times where it's crossed my mind, but I'm like, that's just it's sad enough that I'm doing this podcast. I don't have to make shit up for it.
No, yeah.
Yeah. So the whole gay San Francisco thing, I remember growing up, that was like the joke, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah, it was
About San
the
Francisco.
one joke. Yeah, I mean, I think it still is the one joke.
Well, now it's seemed to shift to the whole just Silicon Valley and just sort of general libtard thing. Uh, Before it was just like, yeah, that's where all the gay guys go. Mustaches, they're named Lance and Bruce and all that. I miss those classic gay jokes, man. Guys named Bruce. God, that was hilarious. It was the joke would be the guy's name's Bruce. That means he's gay.
You get what I'm saying? Everybody's like, yeah.
Yeah, Bruce.
Bruce, I get it.
Yeah, that's too bad. Miss those days.
It's too bad that we gotta. Wish we could still say stuff about gay guys, like we the damn libtards took that away from us.
Like they stole the land from the Native Americans.
Okay, yeah, right.
In 2021, this was big news all over the conservative media. In a song posted to YouTube, the San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus has bragged that they are, quote, coming for the children of conservatives, saying that they will be converting them. The song, entitled A Message from the Gay Community, was posted to their YouTube channel. For those of you out there who are still working against equal rights, we have a message for you, the lead singer says before kicking off the song. The chorus then kicks off with sick lyrics confirming the worst fears of conservatives. You think that we'll corrupt your kids if our agenda goes unchecked. Funny, just this once, you're correct, the singers brag. Well, this fun little thing was shared over on the website stormfront.org. User 1Tammy1 said, sick SOBs. They should all have their no-nos hacked right off. Schwabmunchen said, these anti-family psychopaths are getting bolder and bolder. Same with the anti-white racists. Next, they'll be raping kids in public and laughing, and killing white people and laughing. Okay. BLM can come burn your house down, and the media will play it off as if they are letting out steam. You'll be arrested for coming outside to protect your own home, or arrested for protecting your own kid from being raped by a sodomite pervert.
Jesus Christ.
Whew. And S. Sinistrari added, in an age of stronger men, fags singing a song like this would have put them all 6 feet under. Allowing this openly shows they do not fear, because evil protects evil. You cannot make peace with evil. You cannot run from evil. You stand up to evil and you destroy evil. Pretty tough guys over there. Over on Stormfront.
I do like a Nazi saying no-nos is a very funny, instead of like anything else to denote genitals, is very funny to me.
Yeah.
These guys need to have their freaking no-nos freaking slapped off. These freaking goofy guys.
Yeah, well, there's, as the fun fact about Stormfront, like to share every once in a while, you're not allowed to say the N-word over there on Stormfront. They've banned it. And I'm guessing there's other words. They're still sticking to the classic like 90s Christian vibe where you can't say bad words, you can't be gay, and you can't be black.
The big three.
That's the Holy Trinity, right? I've never studied scripture, but I think that's what that is.
Yeah, that's right.
Deeply religious people.
Yes, yeah, that's right. Talking about kids getting raped. That's good. Hey,
It's in the Bible, Sodom and Gomorrah, so they're not. Both of those posts sort of touched on that.
yeah, well, I think there's gonna be more Sodom coming up here, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. All right, we're going to stop right here because we're going to finish the rest of this episode over on patreon.com/reportthispost. That's right. If you enjoyed this first 20-ish to 30-ish minutes of the episode, you'll be happy to know that there's about an hour extra of this one over there on patreon.com/reportthispost. Head over there. And all you got to do is subscribe for $5 a month. You'll get every single full episode with dozens of more posts a month, plus an additional bonus episode every single week. Unbelievable. This is literally millions of posts that we read on the air every single month. Possibly billions. I have not counted. In fact, I can't count. I'm actually illiterate as well. But irregardless, patreon.com/reportthispost, and we'll see you over there, and God bless.